So I'm gonna make a quick video, guys, just because I don't really see how people uh, kind of explain the whole process. So this is my car is a 2012 Mercedes C250, and I had problems with the misfires on cylinder number 4. So I have a scanner. I checked out high pressure fuel pump, low pressure fuel pump. Everything checks out fine. I did do a bunch of research. I ended up finally, I would test with my scanner, bi-directional scanner. I tested every single injector, which I have right here. Every single injector. They all tested out great. I would turn them off individually, one by one, and the car would shake. So the symptoms of my car was rough idling. Under load, it would hesitate, but it was on and off. On warm days, cold days, you name it. It was just on and off. What I'm getting at is I came to the conclusion, because I removed everything, the intake manifold was completely blocked. Not blocked, but it was covered in oil. It was dripping down the tube down here. This tube right here. As a matter of fact, you can probably see. Yeah. See, this is a puddle of oil right here. So the intake manifold was completely covered in oil. Every sensor was blocked in oil. So I came to the conclusion that it was actually the PCV valve, which is down here. I have it covered because I was working up here, which is crankcase, positive crankcase valve, the bleed valve, which runs. Where's it at? It's over here. Right here. It's this one right here. This bad boy right here. It is stuck. I rattle it, nothing comes out. I blow air through it, it's just stuck. So this is the issue. This is what's causing my misfires. At least I'm hoping for. I'm pretty positive that's what it is. So I did get one from Mercedes. I just picked it up. Where is it at? Sorry, guys. Oh. Sorry. Back here. There it is. Mercedes. Part number. I guess it is different. I've seen it. There it is. Now I shake this one and it rattles. That's my intake manifold. MAF sensor completely cleaned. Everything's cleaned out. So go back here. And yes, it is different from this one, and I have seen a video. So I will be removing that, getting rid of that right there, and just use this. Maybe I'll use that elbow. And anyways, you get it. You guys kind of get it. You know, it sits like that, just like that. So I'll be removing this, putting that right there, putting everything back together. Now the injectors, they are right here. I had them professionally cleaned. I took them to get them cleaned, tested. They check out great, so there's no need for me to do these. I was gonna replace the O-rings, but they seem fairly good. I don't think I should. My car does have 95,000 miles on it. Not too bad. And where I'm getting at is a lot of people are saying they have a hard time trying to figure out how to pull these out. I had a pretty hard time as well. I'm sure there is a tool out there that removes these, but what I And this is just a tip for you guys if you guys ever try to remove these. Obviously they go in just like that. So they're going just like that. So what I found it easier after the fact, when you have your fuel rail connected on there, do not unhook it from the tabs. You know, unbolt them, obviously. You know, the 4 bolts, unscrew them. Leave the tabs there and pull on your fuel rail from here and over here. Slightly wiggle it back and forth, and just slowly. And what I even did, I even used the plastic pry bar, and I was kind of like prying back here like that. And guess what happened? They all came out at the same time with the fuel rail. These tabs right here help it. And I honestly believe that's what it's for. I may be wrong. Might be wrong, I should say. But anyways, that's how they go. I'm gonna put everything back together. Coils, I swapped them out about 8 months ago, so they're fairly new. Spark plugs, at first when I'm having the misfires, I actually swapped the spark plugs for the second time just to double check. So these are actually brand new in the last 6 months, 8 months. And other than that, I think we're golden. Once I'm done with this, I will give this whole engine a wash and see how it goes. But yeah, this was just a quick video. Obviously I didn't show the whole process or none of that, and I do have a rope just because this thing gets in the way, so I just kind of have it tucked that way. Another thing is I use this little blower because since I was here, I actually cleaned out my valves with CRC valve cleaner. But make sure your valves are shut all the way before you do any type of cleaning. And I have my ratchet down here because I do crank it clockwise to close them. And you will see that they practically close all at the same time, except for these right here. These kind of stay a little low while these are completely shut. But you give it a little more tug, and these will slightly go down, and these will close all the way. But anyways, even if you clean something, nothing's gonna happen. I have my buddy that's a mechanic. I have my car sitting. Well, I did all the cleaning. I sprayed all kinds of crap, cleaned it out. I used the brush with the drill, a plastic bristle brush with the drill, cleaned everything out. And it's just been sitting, so everything has been drying out. It's not like I'm immediately turning it on because I do have my truck. So this is my daily. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know on how I actually got here. Everything's fairly easy to remove to get to this point. Even the manifold, what I found that hard as fuck is all these fucking connectors. They fucking suck. Maybe because they've been there on the whole time. Even just removing the tab, pulling it back, this locking tab, well, this one's actually just spare. I don't know what that's for. But just pulling them out, it was just a pain in the ass. And yeah, you just gotta be careful. And a lot of this shit is brittle. I broke a couple tabs, but it's just the tabs that kind of hang onto the harness. And yeah, so this, I'm sure that freaking thing is what's giving everybody problems, because I hear about it all the time. What else? Oh, this one right here. You see it? I actually picked this up. I'll be picking this up tomorrow. I'll swap it out. But this is not a big thing. This one's leaking too, and I'm pretty sure it's the O-ring in there. Well, I'm not worried about none of that crap. I will be doing the timing chain maybe towards the end of the year, before it actually starts having issues, because I know these cars are good at that as well. So I'll get ahead of the game. So yeah, if you guys have some questions, I'm not a professional mechanic. I am handy though. I do a lot of things myself. fuel pump. I know these cars are terrible at that as well, but that's checking out fine. My scanner is pushing out on hard acceleration close to 2000 psi, and on normal idling 900, 800, so that's fine. Low pressure 70, 85, check that okay. So yeah, let me know, guys. Thanks.